finally got my hands on some new cards. We're doing a late evening stream today. Going to go as long as we can. Thank you to Curb Bros for loaning me most of these cards. But there's just so much to do. I feel like such like sensory overload for this set particular. There's so many like crazy cards, and I think because so many of the cards are so complicated, I'm just like so anxious to like actually start casting them and start to understand how these cards are going to play. And so this is a very, very experimental list here. And kind of the goal, this is what I want to start with because I'm just so excited to see how it is that battles specifically play. This is basically a Jund deck splashing blue and white for Invasion of Alara. It's like Jund Scam. Trying to use Vampire Hexmage to not only flip your Invasion of Alara, but also your Invasion of Azgol and Ergamon. I really like that Ergamon is a battle that gives you a treasure token to help you cast Invasion of Alara. And the flip side, Truga Cliff Charger can tutor up your Invasion of Alara. I think Invasion of Azgol is just good, especially in the Scam Shell. Gives you extra removal. I think that this list is like, it looks really cool. This list is not so much like tuned to necessarily be as competitive as possible, but more so to play test battles is the idea behind this deck. Let's just like maximize the battles. Let's make the Hexmage plan as good as possible. Let's flip some battles and see how they perform. So this is going to be the first league we're playing. I have some more normal looking lists ready to go. I think. Okay. No battles in opening hand. We're going to keep. Fetching is going to be pretty weird. I think I'm going to get my Esper Triome. Oh, sorry. Obviously not weapon. So Esper Triome is the only land of the deck that does not tap for Wrenn and Six. We have one of each Jund Shock land. We have one Jund Triome. And then we have a Breeding Pool and a Sacred Foundry for the splash. We also have 2 Treasure Generators. So I think... Okay, we're up against Search for Tomorrow. Combo matchup, not going to be a very good one, although we do have the luxury of being on the play, and we have... I'm getting Stomping Ground Sacred Foundry Breeding Pool. We have the luxury of being on the play, and we have Grief in the deck. We'll see what happens. Wrenn into Fable's not too bad. Again, Evan, thank you for the 46 months. Birdhawk with the 3. Thank y'all. Wasting 2 for the 6 months.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Okay, so maybe just a creativity variant of Titan, maybe just playing Dwarven Mine for value. You see that pretty often. We are getting a little flooded out. Classic start to a new brew. Hopefully we can draw some... I would love to just draw Might of Alara off Fable and then like find a Vampire Hexmage off of it. That is the ideal world. Am I playing on Brew with the new Croaks? It's on my radar. It's a card that's like relatively low on my list on things to try. I've heard a lot of people like a lot of people want Croaksa to be good, but like the combo of Altar of Dementia plus Croaksa is like just not any better than Gora's Vengeance and Atraxa by itself, you know. But we'll see. It could be better than I think, but again, it's not high on my list of things to do. Notably, only one land to get here. We've only drawn lands. I think we're only playing 20. We're playing 22 or 23. Well, looks like we're scamming. Is there anything I could draw off of Raffine's Tower? There's not, but if they bolt my Fury, I'm going to want to play my second Undying Malice, so let's just go ahead and do this first. Yeah, Alara can cast Hexmage, which can immediately flip it, which is really, really powerful. We have 12 battles in the deck, I'm just dying to draw one. Okay, so we got a good amount of pressure. I'm going to end up cycling this Raffine's Tower on my turn, so that if I draw a Grief, I can evoke a Grief here. My opponent shouldn't have a land in their hand, which means that they would have to top deck a land to cast Primeval Titan, which is something. I did consider Hex Parasite. I would not seriously play Hex Parasite in a deck like this without Ranger Captain or Urza Saga. I think that, but again, it's gonna take a long time to figure this stuff out. But I would, or just figuring out how battles play by jamming every battle into one deck. Yeah, I mean, more or less. Obviously not every battle, but that is the main goal here, is just to playtest battles, playing as many as possible, while still having, you know, a somewhat reasonable deck. But man, I think besides this, okay, I drew the Undying Malices and I drew a Wrenn. I don't know, almost every draw's been a land this game. I need to double check the land count. I don't really even think it's that high. Yeah, 22. I don't know. Whatever. I just have to always accept that this is just always how the first match of playtesting goes. So we flip battles it. This is the first game. This is the very first game. Thank you, Thrilling, for the 5-pack. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Wrenn and Six, good card. Fable Mirror Breaker, good card. Fury, good card. So let's just please top deck Invasion. Although, also classic first match of a new set release day. We got an opponent who's just taking their time. Tank, 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 tank. Search for tomorrow. Alright, then top deck the land for Primeval Titan. Tank, 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 tank. Land Titan. How's this deck more interesting than playing Call of Duty? Tank, land. I do! Well, of course. Of course. How does it take this long to cast Titan? I do have, a few outs to the Titan here. We'll see, we'll see. Lag, yeah, maybe lag. I don't know. I don't know if y'all are finding the client to be laggy today. That's my first match of the day. Come on, Might of Alara, Invasion of Alara. Invasion of Alara off the top. Everything will be forgiven. And if not, I can draw the Edict battle. So if I have a red card, I can kill this Primeval. If I draw a red card off the Raffine's Tower, I can kill a Primeval Titan. I will just, I think, go to combat first. Opponent could consider blocking here, since they would be dead to like 2 lightning bolts. So we have a ton of red cards in the deck. I'm going to be heartbroken if we draw Invasion of Alara, though. We have to pitch it. But I guess I shouldn't be heartbroken because I want to be alive. I am not alive. Yeah, I know we're not playing any domain cards, which is weird, but I'm mostly just, again, trying to playtest the battles. I don't think that this is, like, what this kind of build will look like going forward, but again, just mostly trying to playtest the battles here. I do think that, well, I guess this kills their Wrenn and Sixes. Yeah, I think I'll trim one of the Edicts and probably the 4th Fury. Bring in the Necromentia. Why didn't you just play a land, or am I missing something? I mean, I'm dead. I cannot kill the Primeval Titan under any circumstance. I don't know what playing a land does. But I'm playing it today. We'll see. So I think that on these like first day streams, things are always like up in the air. I'm starting with this. I've got a couple of the Convoke. I have like 2 different decks of the Convoke Dino. I have a deck with Knight Errant of Aeons. I have like 4 drafts also with the card that are not finished. Let me see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 drafts. Most of these aren't finished. This one's finished. This one's ready to go. This one's ready to go. This one is a couple different like Convoke variants. That one hasn't even been started. This one's not finished. This one is like the more fair build of this, which isn't finished. I think I'll be able to have a more informed decision after some playtesting. A lot going on. You could have killed their Hardcast Titan. Hardcast Fury, 3 damage to Fury. Wait, can Fury target itself? 3 damage to Fury, 1 to Titan. Malice Fury, 4 to Titan. Pink Titan with Wrenn and Six. Wow, yeah, that is a sick line. Okay, well that was the line, huh? Do you have an Atraxa list with battles? The synergy of Atraxa finding a battle is like so incredibly marginal that it's just not something that like I'm thinking about very much. But we may eventually play a battle with Atraxa at one point. We weren't necessarily dead to Titan. My opponent has like nothing but spells in their hand. It's hard to imagine any combination of spells that doesn't kill me. 99% sure Moon Mist doesn't actually work with magic organs, footwalkers, things they don't enter with loyalty. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Was I able to try out all the brews you wanted to play before Mom was released? No. Always a couple things you don't get to. Okay, well we have an Invasion of Alara here. We also have a very slow draw on the play against Valakut Titan. I'm gonna keep this. This is, again, probably not a very good matchup, but we'll try it out. Definitely have a few draws that really improve this hand. Any of our either Fable of the Mirror Breaker or the Invasion that makes a treasure token. Burn out with the nuts again. Turn 1 search for tomorrow. Might also just draw a Necromentia and easy peasy lemon squeeze the game. Bada, 37 months, thank you. Yeah, I've seen Render Inert. It's not a card I think I would play in this deck or basically any build. Someone on Twitter asked me about Aether Snap. 5 mana, remove all counters from all permanents. It's not the kind of card you can register in Modern. How am I only ahead 2 minutes on the clock also? It feels like my opponent has... I guess my opponent's like just not had any decisions. And they just take like a minute and a half on each decision, but... I'm seeing a lot more people playing Titan Shipbring Slide. Do you think the Modern meta is slow enough for these decks to be viable? Modern is a super slow format, yeah. I would say that it is fine. Jeff Cat, 20 months, thank you. I think one of the biggest misconceptions about Modern is that it's a particularly fast format. It is actually, I think, relatively slow. Okay, this is one of the cards I was asking for. Let's be Invasion of Alara next turn. Drew another one. Do I cast the other one? I guess so, yeah. Alright, so we are Invasion of Alara next turn. These look terrible. Is there any way I can... No, they look awful. Okay, at least these ones specifically look awful. Okay, we're definitely hoping to hit Vampire Hexmage or Necromentia off of our Invasion of Alara here. Nice to be able to Fury that, also. I also I hate how small this little 5 is. I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that we have 2 in play at the same time. They look pretty bad. Kinda needed you on top of the library. What are you gonna do? Okay, so blue, white, red, and then I can get green or black. Either one is fine. Get black. You Lava Spike a battle? I believe Lava Spike only deals damage to players. You can Lightning Bolt a battle though. You can Wrenn and Six a battle. Can't Fury one. We're gonna take as long as possible, I imagine, to let me cast my Invasion of Alara. Yeah, I cannot Fury a battle. Battles would be so much better if you could though. Okay, get this one. We've done it. We've cast Invasion of Alara. It is sideways on the stack. We get to exile cards, so we hit 2 non-land cards with mana value 4 or less. We're looking for Necromentia. We're looking for Vampire Hexmage. Grief is also pretty good. Let's go ahead and cast that, and then... Wait, you can put lands into your hand? Exile cards from your library to exile 2 non-land cards with mana value 4 or less. You may cast one, and the other into your hand. Is that how that's supposed to work? Very cool if so. So we get to Grief them this turn, and hopefully this buys me enough time to Hexmage my Invasion next turn. It's like a bug. Yeah, it does feel like a bug, for sure. Okay, so they have a Nature's Claim. They have a Lightning Bolt. They have 5 mana in play. I mean, I just have to take this Titan, I think. I could take the Nature's Claim. Yeah, Nature's Claim does matter. If they Nature's Claim my thing in response to my Vampire Hexmage, I don't get the flip side. So they need a land for the Primeval Titan. I'm going to kill the Dryad, so it's not like they get to double trigger Valakut. They only get 1 Valakut trigger. Yeah, no, I think I actually take the Nature's Claim. Oh, Claim doesn't hit battles. Y'all, Thank you for saying that. I just think disenchants kill battles. I just think destroy target enchantment kills battle. Okay, oh my gosh. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't know if anybody else has this brain rot, but I am like just incapable of realizing that disenchants don't kill battles. This was something that I was affecting me all pre-release. Yeah, because there is a disenchant in the set that does kill them. Like several disenchants in the set, right? There's also like the 3/5. I think that one kills both. Oh, that was so close. I almost clicked the Nature's Claim. Reveal until 2 lands, cast one, put one of the reveal cards in your hand. Yeah, I think that I don't know if it's intentional, but I think that this is. I think you can get lands off Invasion of Alara. I don't really feel like there's any reason why you can't. Is there anything apart from Hexmage that triggers it? Nothing that's like really good. Hexmage is like by far the most efficient. Alright, so when we Hexmage our Invasion of Alara, we get to draw 2 cards, put an artifact from our hand onto the battlefield, which is not something that matters. But then we can create a token that's a copy of a permanent, so probably Grief or Invasion. And then we get 3 counters on our Grief, and then we can destroy an opponent's land. Which is just so much text. So much text for even ignoring the one of the clauses here. Okay. I get that Aether Step is no Hexmage, considering also kills Teferi, allows you to flip out, is it worth it? That card is 5 mana. I don't know. It's like it's a 5 mana card that you have to have other things already in play. I'm like not close to considering Aether Snap. Like what's cool about the Hexmage too is like Invasion of Alara immediately can cast it and flip it. That's so sick to me. Like if Aether Snap was 4 mana and you could like cast off Invasion, I'd be way more interested. But like it's also like you just can't afford like any more 5 drops either, I think. We're doing the thing. So target player draws 2 cards, right? Choose a permanent opponent controls. Wait, I thought choose a permanent opponent controls. Why am I? I don't know. It's not targeting it, but I guess that's the same thing. Create a copy that's a permanent. Yeah, why is it doing this now? Why am I choosing the destroy a permanent mode now? What is happening? Okay, so the token doesn't. Sorry, the token doesn't. The token does not target, but these are the only 2 targets. Okay. I see. I thought the token targeted, and then you don't target on your counters either. So 1 creature, 3 counters. Oh wait, this is the counters. I'm so confused. This is so much. This is so much text. Did everything happen that was supposed to happen? You skipped a copy? How did I skip the copy? Obviously, I meant to copy the Grief. I don't know what I did wrong. Okay, hold on. So I can also flip one of these. Yeah, let's go ahead and flip one of these, and I can get a treasure token. Oh, sorry, I don't get a treasure token. I could get a treasure token if I copied one. This is so confusing. You click Grief and then unclicked it. Yeah, this is modern. Just gonna be this confusing every time potentially, but very cool. We'll get used to it. We'll get used to it. Hopefully. Okay, the response bolt Wrenn deal. I'm gonna discard my Invasion of Azgol, tutor up another Invasion of Alara, grief them, cast Fable. This has been like the most confusing game I've ever streamed. We're doing it though. I will say, evaluation. That was sick. Invasion of Alara, that was an insane amount of value. Like, potentially, like the most value I've ever gotten from a 5 mana spell. I don't know. That I'm not, like, comboing with. Why not Invasion to kill Dryad? I don't have an extra black mana to play the red-black Invasion this turn. Yeah, and I missed a whole extra Grief or, like, one of these. I could have done it if I had gotten my copy of this, but I didn't successfully copy that. Yeah, I used my 2 black mana to cast Vampire Hexmage. I didn't have another one. Although I can play this and flip it immediately. I guess I'll discard this Fable. Easier to cast on Arena, I believe that. Okay, white, blue. Oh, shoot. I need to attack first. A little bit awkward. Doesn't just get anything in the deck. It hits my Fable, so I wanted to get that. I wanted to kill it before I cast the Fable here. Put another one of these into play. I think I'm just getting this one, so if I find I can get a land off the Invasion of Alara maybe, and then make them sack their Dryad. Okay, black, red, white, blue, green. So Hexmage is like the best card to hit, of course. Awesome. Cast. Put that in the hand, flip. Dude, I'm so stoked. Okay, we're doing it again. I draw 3 cards. I destroy your forest. I do not put an artifact into play. Choose 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control. I will choose 1. Wait, is this the token copy? Okay, 1, 2, or 3 creatures. Y'all, I think I don't get... There's no copy. I straight up don't get... There's no copy ability. There is no copy ability here, and it doesn't matter. It is still so... It is so much value that I could... I'm missing the ability to copy any permanent is like, oh no. That's all I've missed. Okay, this is not the screenshot. That is so funny. It's so crazy. It's still good without the ability to copy the thing. It might be tied to put the artifact in play. Yeah, it's definitely bugged. I mean, although how could this card not be bugged? You know what I mean? How could this not be bugged the first time? Yeah, like the card is still ridiculous, like actually absurdly good without the ability to copy any permanent you control. Yeah, the card that is so ridiculous. I think Invasion of Alara would be good for the deck. If I thought it would be good for the deck, it'd be in the deck. Okay, we're going to game 2. Okay, we're rolling to 6, game 3. Okay, keeping this. Alright, I'm going to tweet in. Invasion of Alara seems to be bugged. Prompts you to amendment you control. The card gives views. Alright. We're gonna keep this, put back the Raffine's Tower. Okay, opponent's on Emerald to 6. Do you want to post about the MTGO forums? I'm not gonna do it, but you can. I got a stream to do. Yeah, I think it does. It prompts you like twice for the +1 counters, which is kind of weird. That might be what's happening. Alright, suspend a search for tomorrow. I guess we want to be playing this before we play this invasion, so we can loot away a land. The next turn, yeah, I guess we're just playing this invasion so that we can turn 4 this. Yeah, I can't target suspend cards. They have to be a permanent. Doing deck text release day. I would prefer not to. I should actually end them off. I feel like they always change where channel points are on the Twitch dashboard. Yeah, 3 cards in their hand. Search for tomorrow, coming off suspend next turn. This first. Can a mod actually turn off the channel point redemption option? Be awesome if you could. Okay, I'll take this up. Just the deck tech. Yeah, I mean, presumably 3 down lands in my opponent's hand. It's so funny that we're, like, ahead on the clock. Yeah, if you destroy the battle with, like, a Vindicated does not flip, you have to, like, specifically remove the counters. Thank you, 4 dogs. It'd be very cool if we win this game, since, like, this matchup seems like hell. Although their deck, when they mold a 6 on the play and don't have Wrenn, is pretty good for us. Yeah, also being able to... I don't know if I mentioned this in the deck tech, but Undying Malice and Hexmage is kind of cool. Okay, so black, white, green or red, blue. Get Breeding Pool. I think I can get Breeding Pool next turn pretty easily. So green, red, white, black, blue. They consider skipping turn 2 and going turn 2 invasion, turn 3 Hexmage, turn 4 already destroy it. Well, the problem was I wasn't guaranteed to hit enough lands. Like I was like probably having to discard Wrenn also to Aragon too. Okay, let's see what we hit. We hit Feign Death or Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Definitely not the most impactful. We'll definitely cast this, put the other into our hand. Blessing Wrenn and Six. Hoping for the best. Clubbing creature that can transform, being able to transform back to battle does nothing. Was funny to find that out. I think I played like a limited game yesterday, and like there was a weird ruling with, I can't remember exactly what it was. We did have like we talked about that yesterday at my like draft. Do you have a red, blue, or black blue land? We have Breeding Pool, Sacred Foundry, Esper Triumph. So we're very much John Splash Blue White. I know the title is 5 color, but very much John Splash Blue White. Like you always have too few black sources in play. I'm open to hearing suggestions on how you change the mana base. This was not an easy deck to build. Maybe even go to say, as far as say, difficult deck to build. To be, you know, playing double black and Wooburg. Okay, have some options here, obviously. Just trying to think, do I want to Undying Malice my Vampire Hexmage ever? I think I should probably start off with a Grief. I think I should pitch one of the Undying cards. This is not only the first thing, this is the very first match. But it's taken like 1,000 years. Okay, I think getting rid of both of these Titans is going to be pretty nice. I can still Hexmage, off of the Goblin. Second main phase. No blocks. Love to see that. Okay. So we're going to draw 2. I draw 2. I blow up your land. No artifacts. Yeah, so we think that this is bugged where you cannot copy anything. We're supposed to be able to copy a permanent here. So here I would copy Grief, and I would in the game, but I guess the game's already kind of over. I will get rid of their Wish. Yeah, maybe you get the copy if you put the artifact into play. It's all just, there's so many freaking words on this card. It's crazy. But it's weird because like there's 2 prompts for the counter distribution. So I don't know. I do know that what's cool is like Invasion of Alara still feels insane in this one very small sample size. It feels ridiculous. But we're also like every single we flipped it like 3 times this match, and we haven't been able to copy a permanent any time. It just doesn't matter. It's so funny. Try selecting only one creature to copy. We did that the first time, I think. Yeah, but it never prompts copy. It prompts you to choose the creatures to distribute the counters on, and then it prompts you again to distribute the counters. So, you know, I imagine this will be the kind of bug that's not too difficult to fix. The rest of the card seems to be thankfully working. It's weird that you don't get to draw before dropping the artifact part. You do, I think. Oh, yeah, you probably are supposed to be able to, though. Yeah, I think you're right that we'll see. We'll try it again. This is so ridiculous. Okay, they did draw a Wish again. Reading Invasion of Alara, creating a copy, putting artifact in play are certainly not related, so they should be able to get this fixed. It goes more value. Yeah. I imagine it'll be just like a couple days before they fix it. And again, this is just the first draft. This is definitely like a draft that is just trying to like maximize battles. And we're up against like a nightmare matchup, and we are winning. Yeah, it's fine. Honestly, like this is like less bugged than I expected it to be. But what other Twitch channel are y'all gonna tune into and have? And we're freaking. it's like we're one match into Mom, and we are flipping Invasion of Alara 4 times in Modern. I just love it when we get to do shit like this. I don't know. Feels like we've come a long way. We can Hexmage our battle, you know, next turn. Is flickering battles a viable thing to do? There's not very many cards that flicker battles reasonably, I think. There's a handful. So make a treasure. My opponent is still here, still fighting. Oh man. You meant to play the land? Wait, you can play lands off of this for free? I mean, it's still better to play this, I think, but that's actually kind of sick. Remember, we should be copying like a reflection of the Mirror Breaker here, or the Shaman, something, but it's not going to let us. And then we get to, if they don't chump block, we get to flip this, and we get to tutor another Invasion of Alara for next turn. Just so sick. Yeah, I don't think the front half is bugged either. Okay, I mean, it says cast, I see. So if you reveal a land, you should be able to put the land into your hand, but not play it. Presumably. Okay. I mean, we keep this, right? Just need to draw land, and we're Wrenn and Six in. Yeah, yeah, we'll probably have to wait for like I don't know if any judges like want to chime in and say, no, come on! Is this the same opponent? What did I do to deserve 2 Valakut opponents at the beginning? I guess I won round 1. I shouldn't be complaining this much. And I also have an insane hand. Okay, probably complaining a little too much. I cannot believe our first 2 opponents are red-green Valakut though, and they're different players. I haven't played against this deck in like weeks and weeks and weeks, months maybe like a whole month. My first 2 matches with the Battles deck. Like what the hell? Can flip this next turn. Maybe better to play Wrenn. They draw a Dryad. My opponent's straight up just not casting their Explorer. They're casting Bolt instead, right? Of course, that's fine. Maybe I should have taken a Bolt. I think just denying their mana is really good here, though. Hard to say. Their hand is Titan. 3 mystery cards. What a start to the stream. You 100% should draw the cards before putting artifact. But yeah, I mean, I think that most of your builds with the card in Modern are not going to let you put an artifact into play with some, like, maybe unless you can get Timeless Lotus in the deck somehow, or Golos. That'd be awesome. Okay, another Explorer. Yeah, I'm sad I never got a turn 2. I've seen all these screenshots of other people who've turned 2 their opponents. I'll put a ripping mana. Maybe I could have just taken Bolt, Primeval Titan. So green, black, blue, red. Make sure I'm not like taking myself off the ability to cast my Alara if I keep wanting to call the card Might of Alara if I draw it. Sand, 11 months, thank you. Can Hexmage kill Saga? I think if you Hexmage a Saga, it just like resets it, right? Gonna play Shoal Human next. We'll see. I have like those 4 decks ready to go. Like maybe like one other deck. I guess I have some Phoenix decks ready to go. I don't know how soon I want to get to those, but we'll get to them when they're ready, and not a minute or I don't know, just whenever I feel like it, as per usual. A good way to do things. Ever ping my opponent here? I don't think so. Maybe. Take them down to 13, ping them down to 12. Then we have 8 down to 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. I think close enough to ping them here. They've got no cards in their hand. If they top deck exactly Primeval Titan, we can at least like kill it with Invasion and get in for a lot, and they can't trigger their Valakits. But also, like, you know, they don't have any other card that's nearly as impactful as that. Although a card like Search for Tomorrow does make a top-decked Titan more dangerous. Okay, so I have 2 Wrenn Pings and an Invasion for 3 damage. This is 8. So we can put our opponent to 1. 1, notably not 0. I do think, I still want to ping them, though. I want to play this. Hold. Aggro deal 1 damage. Yeah, I was counting this. This is 1 short. Yeah, we need to fade top deck Titan or Escape Shift. Didn't have the mana anyways. We did. We'd have to cast both of these, but not finish them off. Is there any battle you can see Jund picking up? I mean, this deck is quite literally Jund splashing a 5-color Saga. It is a Jund deck, but splashing a card, and then has 2 other battles in it. So. Jund is not a, like, there's no stock Jund list anymore either. They're all different. Okay, this game is over. My opponent has not conceded yet, for no reason. Maybe they'll skip their combat step. Okay. So we are getting quite used to sideboarding against Red-Green Valakut. They're bringing the Necromentia. It's very cool to win both sideboard games without Necromentia last match. I just have two of these this time, though. It would be so sick to 5-0 our first league with this deck while Invasion is nerfed. Or Invasion of Alara is nerfed. Oh, man. I'm already, like, pretty hyped that way, like, you know, we're upward. We beat this matchup once. We're up a game. This matchup seems to be, like, quite poor. My opponent kept 7. I think I'm going to mulligan. I think this hand bit too dopey against Red-Green Valakut. I don't like this one. I could go to 5. Stand's okay if we draw a fetch land. Let's go to 5. Okay. Iconic mull to 5. They consider some number of wear tears for Dryad. I mean, we have a million ways currently to kill Dryad. I don't think that you should play any number of wear tear here. Jund Triome. You can get Breeding Pool later. Yeah, Fury and Invasion. It's just like, I don't think we also want wear tear. Yeah, we're just on a multi 7 again. Well, oh no, we can't. Yeah, so we can't get Breeding Pool with Mire. That's right. Yeah, so this gets Sacred Foundry, and then your Verdant Catacombs get Breeding Pool, and then your Wooded Foothills get both. I am like quite sure that I did not perfectly build this mana base, but quite a difficult mana base to build. A good first draft. I would love for my opponent to just skip their turn again. Let's go. Your turn. Are the numbers on battles counters. Can you Hexmage them? Yes, that's why. That's why we have 4 Vampire Hexmage in the deck. Ah, they can see before we cast our invasion. Very cool though. Very cool to be 2-0 in a matchup that I would perceive to be horrible. Red-green Valakut. With Invasion of Alara being nerfed. This Awaken the Maelstrom is not letting us copy permanents at the moment. We're supposed to be able to copy permanents, which is one of the more powerful lines of text here. But this also just has so much text that it's like we could just take the nerf, get the buff later. Spells. I agree. Although I mean, two of our battles are just 2 drops. They're not, those are gonna be better. Really, really wish I could play a scam on turn 1 here. Obviously we can't. But we could flip this on turn 3 instead of turn 4. It's okay though. Definitely keeping. Wonder 2 months. Thank you, Joss and Twitch Prime. But yeah, a lot of spells are weakened to counter spells. Is there an artifact to consider playing for little value for Flip Alara? No. Not in this build. And you'd have to do something like, you have to play like Golos, Okay. Get to scam them. Guess we get Esper Triumph also here. Grist, Hierarch, Yawgmoth, Youngwolf. Alright, pretty easy. Was it not worth casting the Invasion first to do this off the treasure? I feel like you're just throwing away the treasure for like no reason. Maybe not. I mean, the mana efficiency is a bit better. You get more, I guess we're basically always discarding Sacred Foundry. Could have played the battle this turn. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know that it really accomplishes that much. Like, I really want to like leave the treasure in play for like a later Invasion of Alara, right? But maybe you should have. Sequencing is going to take a little bit of time to learn. Could also draw Fury, like, and just like pitch this. Which would currently be awesome. I might actually just get... Oh, I can't get Breeding Pool again. I want to be able to cast Wrenn and Six and potentially discard this. Good Overgrown Tomb. Okay. Do I have to discard a card? May discard. Okay, I'll just not discard anything. I could draw any land and invasion. So no. Attack here. And then if I can flip this next turn, and if I brick on my land, I can just discard any card I draw and flip this and tutor up a land. Assuming that they're not gonna block here. Tattle with the 4 months, thank you. Okay, I got the hit in. My opponent is top decking. They have a lot of Yawgmoths. Thankfully, Eldritch Evolution is not a Yawgmoth for them here. They play Verdant Catacombs, so they can potentially double block my Grief with Dryad Arbor and Youngwolf. And it seems like that's what they're considering. Yeah, Azgol has 4 to Venge. Ergamon has 5. Think Yawgmoth will play Green Sun Zenith if it was legal? It's really awkward that it doesn't get Yawgmoth, but it would be very good if it was legal. But we're so in like Titan. Okay, so we're really hoping we get to flip this. We do not get to flip it, but this is fine. Can Power Counter work with battle? Not super well. Like, you're just peeling 1 counter off. Like, there's some synergy there, but it's not a place I imagine most decks are going to want to start. Invasion of Alara in general, rhetorical, or bring to light. General rhetoric or bring to light. I mean, I'm super high on Invasion of Alara. As you can see, I'm playing it very first. This is the very first, deck we're playing. I'm very excited about this. That being said, I tried to build it in a more like typical. Like, I would not play it in a Bring to Light shell. I would play it over Bring to Light in a deck that would typically play Bring to Light. But it's also like in all of those decks like that kind of exist. It's really hard to play Hexmage necessarily. Like the casting cost on Hexmage is very awkward there. There's a lot of ins and outs to the case, but I like the card a lot, is I guess my simple answer. Okay, I'm going to go and attack this invasion here. If they get Dryad Arbor double block, Invasion of Azgol can finish off the Grist. Would you ever play it with Landfall Omnath? Obviously, yeah. That is, I think that is maybe like the most obvious card to pair it with. But weirdly enough, this ended up being my first draft. We're going to be playing a more like fair version of it, I imagine, at some point. You know, the more standard version. But I wanted to play this version to like really get a feel for more battles than just Alara, also Ergamon and Azgol, and both of these cards I felt actually very good. Alright, opponent has just 2 lands, no cards in their hand, and we're just any non-Raffine's Tower land away from Invasion of Alara. Why didn't we cast this invasion first? Because if my opponent did not double block the Grief, it was really good for me because I got to tutor up a land to cast Invasion of Alara here, which is good enough to go for, I think. And obviously, then if they make the... I already said this. If they make the block, then we get to take this line, and they have nothing, and it's awesome. It's a win-win. Guess we don't discard that. Although maybe I am discarding it to get a land. I would rather have a land, maybe. They drew Endurance, wow. Very good draws, land into Endurance. I must be missing something. I thought that casting Invasion first would make sure we got the attack in regardless. We can't cast Invasion of Alara post-combat if we cast the other Invasion first, is what you're missing, I guess. They have 3 lands, there's one of them hiding. They drew land into Endurance, that's their 2 draws. Squid, 29 months ago, thank you. I think, maybe they had 3 lands this whole time. Yeah, they have 3. This needs to change. The battles currently like look horrible on Magic Online. But I'm thinking on targeting them or me. They target me. Whisk, Twitch Prime, thank you. Okay, black, white, green, blue, red. Damn it! Alright. That is so bad. Holy shit. Unbelievably bad. Next turn we can Wrenn and Six ping this. Flip it at least. Get another Invasion of Alara if we want. Yeah, there's a second exile. Wrenn ping Ergamon seem fine. They're just supposed to cast Invasion of Alara there. It's not going to be that bad. Do that next turn, right? We're still like super ahead. It's okay. Cascade with one jump up Bueno. I mean, it's only bad if you hit exactly 2 of them. Could definitely something to think about. Ultimately, not something I'm currently super worried about. Could maybe in this spot actually grab another one of Azgol's. Another Azgol. And then I can like attack the... Yeah, I can flip this next turn probably. Since I can copy this. I can also copy this with the reflection for another Alara if I need to. Let's just get another Azgol. Can you Kiki copy flip battle? Yeah, it's a creature. And then it should copy as the cliff charge, just the same way you can copy a flipped reflection, right? And so next turn, theoretically, I can copy this, and with the Wrenn and Six ping, Invasion of Alara for 7. I can also get another Invasion of Azgol here. So I get to go copy this, get another Invasion of Azgol. The fact that all these cards start with the same invasion is gonna get old real quick. Alright. Man, I just feel so good about this. Like, having a deck like this, the very first league of a new set release, just feels so good. It is, I feel like something special to have something this juicy right away. Okay, so I want to get rid of all the Invasion of Azgols here, just like you sack a permanent is really bad against Yawgmoth. Never multi with the 4 months. I think I'm cutting my Fable of the Mirror Breakers, just so I can make room for these like 3-mana Path of Perils. How's my red card count? I only have 16. 16 is plenty. 16 is plenty. Maybe play like 1 less Hexmage. Play the first Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Just feels like opponent starts game with 40 life. Yeah, that's great. You get to play more, more value. Which graveyard hate and entrance attractions recommend? Endurance or Rip, and why? Endurance because you're a 4 of Memory Deluge deck. do you think a strictly Jund list with no Alara would be? I don't know. I'm still formulating opinions. Alara is a big splash. Okay, also, like, here's the thing, though. Like, this is my number 2 pick for Modern from the new set. This is... I haven't heard, like, almost anybody else talk about this card in the context of Modern. This is my number 2 pick. This card is ridiculous. It has been ridiculous at the moment. I know Jund players are always trying to update their Jund lists, but this is like really the exciting thing. This card has been ridiculously good, and it's currently nerfed due to a bug. It has been insane every single time we've played it, except for that one time that we hit 2 of these. Never mind, it hasn't been every time. 4 out of 5 times. But we haven't been able to copy permanence with the backside. It has been so ridiculous. That, like, for me, I'm not trying to think about just updating Jund with the battles. I'm trying to, like, play more of this card. Yeah, so yeah, the bug is on the Awaken the Maelstrom, this line of text, create a token that's a copy of a permanent you control. That just doesn't happen. It might happen if you put an artifact into play. It shouldn't be tied to that, but right now it just doesn't happen. Isn't it nerfed and buffed at the same time? No, I think the putting the land in the hand is a feature, not a bug. Okay, against Scam, against Yawgmoth, we're definitely keeping Scam Fury plus fetch land Wrenn and Six on the draw, even if it's just a 1-lander. And I think we will get Jund Triumph. No, the land in hand is a bug. Okay, if the land is it? I thought it. Are we sure about that? I feel like it's worded really weirdly. Above 44 months? Has there been, like, an official ruling? The land is a bug. Okay, I believe that. Then I am a bug exploiter on accident. Just trying to think if I also want to grief this turn. Or maybe I just want to grief. No. We want a Fury. We don't want to get hit by the Hepatra. Maybe we do. Maybe we're fine getting hit by Hepatra. We could scam grief, put them the 2 cards in their hand, and then Fury, kill this to kill this. Oh, man, very tough. I also have the Path of Peril in my hand. Yeah, no, I think we do scam the grief. Yeah, I could also just look at their hand and see if we want to take 2 things, which I do, I think. Well, I guess I could take the Yawgmoth, and then... I could take this Yawgmoth, let them cast Young Wolf, let them make a snake token. No, we'll just take both payoffs here. Probably was actually supposed to pitch this Hexmage, huh? It's okay. What do you think of Ragavan instead of Wrenn? I really dislike the idea, sorry. I could not overstate how I would never ever cut this card from a list, and how I don't think Ragavan would be a card I'm that interested in. It's obviously fine. But I would, like, never ever play this deck without 4 Wrenn and Six. It has Young Wolf mystery card. That mystery card is a Grist. So if they minus, they plus. They plus instead, okay. So a double block is kind of scary. I guess I'm looking for land to ping their insect token. Or I guess I can also Hexmage their Grist. Yeah, I don't think that I can really attack here. The double block is really bad. Although I can Hexmage the Grist. Let's just pass. I think if we play Monkey Cut the Scam package. I don't know, we're just talking about playing a completely different deck, but... I don't know. I consider playing Ragavan, and I think that this is not a deck that really cares that much about it. Like, Ragavan actually plays really bad with battles. You want to attack your opponent, but instead you have to attack. You want to attack your opponent, but instead you have to attack the battle, or vice versa. Okay. Yeah, would love to draw a land. Ideally, a land that lets me cast Wrenn. The Path of Peril is likely going to be very good at some point. Fury is very interesting. I don't really feel like I have the luxury of waiting on the Fury. Maybe I do. Weird game. Is Invasion of Alara not good enough? If I thought it was good enough, I would be playing it. I've been saying this all week. I don't know. People have been asking this some. I think Invasion of Alara is not good. It's like very low on my list of battles. 4 mana 8/8 is not a good thing. Like just to get a Hexmage and flip it is not very powerful, or not very good in Modern. Maybe it has a little bit of extra utility. This is something I'm still like considering it, but I'm very, very low on the card at the moment. Could get higher later. A little late to the party. Better late than never. So this is a 2/1 first striker. 4 mana, get Hexmage and flip a different battle. This is like not a good context to evaluate the card, in my opinion. Like Invasion of Alara digs you for Vampire Hexmage, digs you for other ways to flip it potentially. I don't know. I at least I'm not like liking it very much. Like 4 mana to flip a battle is not a very good rate, if that makes sense. But it also puts another battle to play. What was the #1 pick for battles? Invasion of Alara. Invasion of Alara. This is I think insane, and it has been really good so far. It's like I have a whole YouTube video talking about my thoughts on the set. I actually have a battles tier list. I have a battles tier list. Let me pull that up. We're gonna have to go to game 3. Very tough game. Could definitely have played it a little differently, but like it was okay. Okay, so I have Might of Alara like in a different section because I think it's a bit better. But my battles tier list, I have Tarkir, Azgol, the Dimir one. I moved my camera around. Golbakan, Ergamon, Kaladim, and B tier, and then C and D, I've got Mercadia, Theros, and then D, Ikora, Kaladesh, Ixalan. Okay, take a draw step, and then go to game 3. Could play it out, I think we're just better off going to game 3. Maybe I want, to trim on this for one more Fable. Be a little bit more in the, the control plan, right? You're playing the F tier 5-color one. That was my #1 pick. Also, if you're shit talking the 5-color one, it has been very good this league. All right, love this hand. Why not bring Necromentia into play? I think we have already brought in 8 sideboard cards. I think Necromentia is not that good against Yawgmoth typically. I don't know. I will agree that like basically nobody besides me is like very high, or I don't know, maybe there's other people, but I haven't seen people talk about Invasion of Alara like I'm talking about it, but I'm a big believer in the card. I think it's very easy to dismiss a 5-mana spell, but like if I'm saying that a 5-mana spell is insane, it's probably worth listening to because I don't, I think it's like potentially the most powerful 5-mana spell ever printed. Ooh, love that draw. Everything is very hard to evaluate, right? And it's going to take some time to hammer everything out. Like, just can't form it. You have to keep it really open mind with this set, I think. I don't know. Force will feeling called out. I don't know. I was extremely high on it. Unfortunately, I haven't got the skills to prove myself. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's other people. At least as far as like other content creators or people I follow, I haven't seen much buzz around it. Maybe there has been. I haven't been looking super hard, I suppose. Just let me cook, though. Let me cook. Alright. We have none of the cards in the hand, right? Any choice not to add Omnath to the pile because the double mana color it costs from other spells? I mean, yeah, obviously, I'm intentionally not playing Omnath. I think you could build an Omnath build. Omnath is a very difficult card to include in a deck with 4 Vampire Hexmage. It is doable, but like those 2 mana costs have very severe tension. Didn't want to wait on the Path of Peril? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, we know about the Besage. I do not think we were supposed to wait on the Path of Peril there. We let them cast Yawgmoth, just get the 2-for-1. Ooh boy. Okay, black, red, blue. Our 2 cards are Ergamon and Wrenn and Six. If I ping this, they're going to Besage me in response. Okay, I'm not supposed to be able to put this Fury in my hand, right? That is a bug. I believe that that's a bug. Is that not fine? Yeah, but I feel like I would rather like not give the String of Regress Undying. I'd rather just cast this right now. Discard the Wrenn. Potentially attack this, but probably attack the... Oh, maybe I actually don't. Just so tough. Maybe I can keep the Wrenn in my hand, though. Let's discard it. Oh, feeling good about that choice. Why would you not be able to put it in the hand? I'm being told it's a bug. You're only supposed to be able to put like the other spells with mana value 4 or less. I think it's just weird templating, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so they besage me. Shouldn't matter too much what we get. Way to put inside 8? Yeah, I know. We win the game if we flip this. It's like... I guess... maybe you're right. Maybe we should have attacked them, huh? Listen, I'm playtesting the battles. I'm playtesting the battles. Is the Fury still in exile? It is not. But Battles Aether Snap. I am shocked at the amount of suggestions for Aether Snap. That card, I think, is completely unplayable, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we'll play as if you can't get lands or furies from Invasion and evaluate later some more. Okay, Wrenn and Six, Undying Malice. So we want to cast this without paying its cost, and then put this into our hand. Then we'll attack our Invasion of Alara again, which will allow me to kill their Yawgmoth, presumably. I was Furible. I believe it's a bug. It is a. I'm operating under the assumption that the ability to put Fury into your hand in those kind of spots is a bug. So I am treating it as such and not exploiting the bug. Okay, so I am Undying Malice here. They sack Strangergeist on the Grief. Then I ping the Yawgmoth post combat if they do. Sure, if you could put in lands. You're not supposed to be put in lands too. I did it earlier thinking it was not a bug, and now I'm not going to put any more lands in either. Although, you know, it is also nerfs, so we could maybe take the buff. Nah, I don't think so. Stick by your code. Okay, they do. Oh, weird. They just didn't put the -1 counter on the... Oh, they didn't want it to undie. They did not want it to undie, sure. Were we ever pinging here? I don't love that if I ping, this dies to a Strangergeist. I don't think I'm going to be cracking this fetch line this game, though. Uchiha, 15 months ago, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Ping the Grief. Ooh, yeah, I should have pinged the Grief. That is quite the line. Missed it. How long are the rounds? Long. Things always take a really long time when you're playing new cards. You take longer, your opponents take longer, too. Yeah, I'm, at the moment, not interested at all in Aether Snap. I did look at every single modern legal card that could remove counters, though, of course. As is my duty. Ooh. I don't know what 2-drop they're getting here. Yeah, one of Aether Snap from the Bring to Light toolbox, so we can add even more 5-drops to this theoretical deck. Oh, they can get a 3-drop. Oh, sorry, I got the Endurance here. But no, I was thinking just 2. My brain has been kind of on fire. Okay, so they're going to presumably Dryad Arbor double block, which is fine. Definitely fine now. Anything involving Hex Parasite in Saga? I'm assuming you mean battle. Not yet. I'll get around to it. Not very interested in playing Hex Parasite in a deck without Ranger Captain or Urza Saga. But there is a lot to do with Mom. There's a lot. There's a lot to do with the set March of Machines. I would also think that you could put Land or Fury in your hand off Invasion, but the people are saying that there's a Gather ruling saying you can't. Alright. Cool game, cool match. I would be so freaking happy if we trophied this league, y'all. Yeah, Power Conduit would also probably fit in like the Urza Saga battle Hex Parasite build. We are 3-0 though. Beautiful hand. Criminal hand. And also, you know, we're playing the scam package here because, like, honestly, like, this is like one of the best way to like pressure your own battles. Just put so much power to play immediately. Very interesting. I think I pitch... It's so cool. No, I'll pitch the Fury. I know we can't currently cast this, but... If we do draw... This means, like, a land is really good. A land is a really good top deck because we're able to attack and flip this battle. And then spells are good top decks... Or black spells are good top decks for Grief. Okay, we did draw the green source. If we end up drawing a black card off Invasion here, we kind of get to do it all. We did draw a black card. Let me scam them before we do anything else. I guess we actually don't even get to tutor up something with this because our hand is empty, but maybe we don't deserve to have a hand after doing all this. Well, I could just attack my opponent here. Yeah, let's just attack our opponent. Okay, well then, there is no opponent anymore. Scam is a good synergy. We've learned this from playing Might of Alara in our deck. I don't know what to cut. I know, I can't believe we're 3-0 with this deck. I'm so hyped. I don't know what to cut. And we don't bring in the ley lines. Maybe we should bring in the ley lines. At Azgols, I think they're solid. They're a little bit worse on the draw. I mean, yeah, I think we probably do like something like this on the draw. Maybe we could cut 2 of each. This Battle for Alara Truth. The Battle for Alara has been really good. It's a very, very powerful card. You know, what's cool is like it being a Wooburg spell. It's like I think there's like lots of shells you can play it in. This is like for it to be, so like it's currently bugged. It's currently nerfed where you can't copy a permanent. And this is like very much a rough first draft, just trying to playtest battles. And we're 3-0 up a game. Although the scam package is carrying us a little bit. Okay, we'll keep this. Only put in 1 Leyline of the Void, though. Okay, hopefully we can Ragavan that. Or sorry, Wrenn and Six that. Grief, pitch, Undying Malice. Let's see what we draw. Thank you, Grief Bug. Playing this so I could potentially get basic forest. Okay. Discards land Grief. Certainly gonna have to top deck particularly well from this point. I think we're not playing around Blood Moon. Can battles be tapped? I would guess so, although I don't think it has any effect. I mean, we need a red card plus Fury pretty badly. Fable's okay draw. Alara's a little slow, to say the least. Although this is a red card. Yeah, we'll let the judges sort it out. XG could definitely be how it works. But right now we're operating... all the judges in the chat say it's bugged, so we're going to operate it under that assumption. Okay, let's draw Fury. Easy peasy. Damn. Are we surviving? Not really, because we need to draw... like, basic Swamp. or Forest to cast this Invasion next turn. We have game 3 on the play, though. Oh, whoops, I thought I was going to 2. Okay, well, if we draw Fury, we're not completely dead, but we'll likely have been 1 turn too late. Okay, maybe I don't want to actually be down on this card either, since it gives me a treasure token through a possible Blood Moon. I maybe just would be off the Leyline of the Voids on the play. Like, the scam plan, their scam plan is not as scary when we're on the play. And this card gets much better on the play. This card is like something I want. Let's just onside into ley lines. Maybe Kaya will go like down on Feign Death stuff, seeing the ley line also. I don't think Leyline's that good versus scam. I mean, I think like it's good enough to like bring in a lot of the time, but I did take it out. It stops like you know, like 8 cards there is typically. I wish I had the Leyline. Oh, wow. Go to top deck. Like best draw on the deck. Ragavan's reign is over. It doesn't even like trigger when he attacks the battle. Kind of cold to a Nazis here, but whatever. Could maybe have gotten basic swamp there. Maybe I need the Mire to get me blue mana. No. Play is really interesting. I mean, let's discard nothing, I think. So, because if my opponent kills my Goblin Shaman main phase 1, I'm going to want to cast this. And if not, I'm going to want to hard cast the Fury. But it could definitely have an Undying effect, but not the end of the world, even if they do. Andy, 5 months, thank you. I'm very low on Halo Forager, Andy, and Fairy Mastermind of Modern. I don't think either card is very good, but I would love to be wrong. This Turok? It's Grieve. Okay, flip this.
Hey.
Hello.
You want some lunch?
Sure.
What do you want?
Anything that's not messy. You always give me like the messiest shit.
Well, I'm sorry that everything.
Okay, do I attack my
like,
opponent? Do I attack my
don't.
opponent or do I attack the battle, sweetie?
The battle. Wait, you actually listen to me?
Well, that was close. That was like flipping a coin.
Do you want a Chipotle bowl? That's not messy.
No, I don't know, something like something so plain and easy and quick. I just hate eating like anything that takes a long time to eat and anything messy on stream. Like the most boring thing you could possibly think of. I don't know. Like a basic sandwich, you know.
I know what you want. You want freaking chicken nuggets, and
That's
I'm like,
fine. That's totally
no,
fine.
I don't want chicken nuggets.
Listen, I'm a streamer. I don't. If you don't want to give me that, that's fine. Okay. If you don't, that's fine. But I don't like to eat a real meal on stream. I don't want to eat a real meal on stream.
So I'm gonna get you a sloppy Joe and nachos.
This is all fine. Look, why do you want to watch this, sweetie?
And
Mountain Dew and Doritos. Who even cares? I don't need food if I'm casting Invasion of Alara on stream.
Lizzie!
I'm 4-0 with Invasion of Alara. You think I can't have chicken nuggets? I cannot believe her for it now, though. Let's get a slowly and calmly phrase it in a way I never can.
It's because every time I think of something, like, I don't know, I like things being explained the most simplest way possible, and that's the way I like explaining it to other people too. Maybe it's because I'm dumb, or maybe it's because I just need the comprehensive. Oh no, it's because I'm not an auditory learner.
Yeah, you're also
why.
Not a Magic player too.
I'm not an auditory learner. Ever just talks. I remember when we first started dating, and he's talking about D&D and all these spells, and I'm like, How do you remember all this, and how do you expect me? I can't listen to this. I can't like listen and absorb. Like, D&D content is the hardest content for me to absorb, and Magic too. That's why I'm like, I don't think I could do it, because it's just so much
Okay, sweet, I gotta focus. This is
auditory, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, you cannot bring to light for any part of the battle.
Okay, well, I'm gonna figure out what to eat, and I will
Okay,
try to get you.
I just I don't know.
Here's a chicken nugget.
I tell you I want something as simple as possible, and then it just becomes a big thing. You know?
I just don't understand. How is a burrito bowl not simple? You use a fork.
Because it takes a long time to eat.
Okay.
Because a burrito bowl takes like 20 minutes to eat.
Okay.
I want to scarf it down and keep playing video games. I want an IV drip so I can just play as much Magic as possible.
Okay.
I'll take a burrito bowl.
I'll see if you deserve a burrito bowl.
Oh, you can actually just go and just ask for just chicken.
That's what I was gonna think of. I was like,
Just chicken. That's actually fine. Like rice, maybe. No, just give me never mind. Just give me a breedable. I actually want it now. We're talking about it now. That's fine. YouTube, the YouTube channel is gonna hate that I'm eating, but who cares? This deck is cool enough that I'm allowing myself to eat on stream for once.
Oh my god. I remember I had a friend, and when she would get a breedable, she would literally just get rice, pinto beans, chicken, and cheese. And I'm just like sitting there laughing at her bowl because I get everything and it's like piled up so high, and I'm like, look at my bowl compared to yours. We paid the same thing, the same amount. What is wrong with you? So it's funny.
I just think it's so funny. Every time you say something in chat, you do your bit and then you immediately does anybody think I'm funny? Does anybody think I'm funny? It's so cute.
Please, I just need approval from chat.
I know, it's so funny.
I need my 15 minutes of fame.
Okay. You've had your 15 minutes of fame.
It's only been 5.
This is the trophy match. This is my 15 minutes of fame. I kind of want to be able to hardcast this next turn. I don't know. This is kind of tough. Because I don't. If I use my treasure to Wrenn and Six here, I can't hardcast Fury next turn, which I can only do if I draw a land.
Ooh, first time chatter said hashtag Estergate. That's great. I love that.
I'm just gonna get the Esper Triumph. I don't know what you're doing. So much. I'm so overstimulated.
Lucy, come on. Bye.
Alright, big draw step, but not feeling super good about our spot. Okay, feeling way better now. Oh no, I have stupid Raffine's Tower. Oh, sorry, I don't know I was even thinking that this did anything other than just loot. Do I just want to loot here? I guess so, though. For whatever reason, I was thinking that I was going to be able to use this to, like, search up Alara, but that's the flip side. Okay, but now I have the Hexmage, which I can use now, but I can't because it's a fairy. But I can Hexmage the Teferi if I want to. So I guess that's the line. Fury Ping. I've already activated Wrenn and Six this turn. If they're curving Wrenn into Teferi into creativity, it's really bad for me. But I think just trying to dodge that is fine. Which we didn't do. I'm gonna go to game 2. Creativity, final boss, down a game. They're bringing a couple copies of Necromentia. We trim Edict Effect and Fury and Hope. It seems good versus them though. It's like mediocre. I'm just trimming one. I'm not cutting the effect all the way. Edict seems better than the red green one. I disagree. I think the red green one being able to like ramp you into Invasion of Alara is more important. Also like tutor up Invasion of Alara when you flip it. I'm just trimming one. I'm literally just trimming one against creativity. I like basically never want to draw 2. Or almost never want to draw 2. This also kills their Planeswalkers. You keep Fury on the play, this game Fury is pretty much GG. They're the Leyline binding version, so it's much worse. Triumph. It'd be unreal to trophy and file for Comp Same League. I wouldn't do it, but it would be funny. If they go Wrenn and Six, we can go Hexmage, Feign Death Hexmage, kill Wrenn and Six. They go Leyline Binding? Okay, presumably they don't have Leyline Binding. I would think that would have been cast there. I'm just going to get Basic Forest and cast my Fable. Okay, so I'm not going to get to Invasion of Alara next turn, but we can maybe set up for Hexmage plus Invasion. Very awkward that if they Teferi, I can't Hexmage the Teferi and then also Feign Death. Okay, they just have their own Fabli. 2-1 first strike against the Fable token is kind of funny. So I need to make sure not to get a Swamp or a Blood Crypt here. I need to get Sacred Foundry or Breeding Pool and then the other one. Otherwise I can't Invasion of Alara next turn. Is the play just hardcast Grief? I don't think I'm supposed to Necromentia. Necro seems safer. I'm not that worried about it, I think. Why not this Necromentia and Grief scam? The reason why not too is that I can't cast Invasion next turn. I need to get Sacred Foundry. Why is Necro not good? I mean, it doesn't impact the board at all, and also like Necromentia is not 3 mana win the game. Like they can have Persist, they can have Transmogrify. Crazy with the Twitch Prime, thank you. Like I'm honestly like closer to pitching Necromentia to scam the Grief. And then thinking, just name Archon. Well, they oftentimes pivot off of Archon post board, so I would name Creativity. I basically like you basically lose every time you name Archon. Like you're supposed to name Creativity. Very tough spot. When I don't like it, so I think I'm supposed to go Grief pitch Necromentia. I know this is weird. I know this is the card I boarded in. But if they have 2 cards I really want to take, I can Feign Death. Otherwise, I can just go Hexmage with the ability to play Invasion and flip it next turn. Huh. Dismantle their strategy, be 1 turn slower. Veil of Summer stops stupid Invasion of Alara, so I think I have to take this. Yeah, I guess being 1 turn slower here is fine. I like that the Hexmage blocks the Shaman. Yeah, I know they're drawing 2 cards off Fable. So the other line was to just like not scam the Grief right, not play the Hexmage, just do nothing else this turn. Don't scam the Grief, then cast the Hexmage, then try to flip the Invasion of Alara next turn. I think that this is a little bit better. Found the wrong land. Nope. I needed to find a black source. There was no way for me to Feign Death, Hexmage, and Invasion of Alara next turn, which is something I've said like 1,000 times. So I'm not going to be able to cast this next turn. This is the trade-off behind doing this. Mess the mana appear. I can't believe how many times I talked about my mana issues being a concern, and for chat to still say that I messed up the mana. I must have said it like 5 times. It's okay. It's just crazy how this happens. I know it always happens during these like tense matches. Okay, so they get a lightning bolt. They bolt the Hexmage. I'll Hexmage my Fable. Dingo 20 months. Our battles real. Battles are real good. Okay. Love to draw something impactful this turn, of course. We'll see what happens. Too bad our Shaman doesn't have haste. Another Hexmage is an interesting draw. Mostly just happy to be able to impact the board. Let's attack with the Grief first. I think Alara is Pioneer playable without Hexmage. I mean, this card's insanely... Yeah, this card's insane, probably. Although the 5 mana is a bit... Maybe it is too high asking price. Okay, pass back. Yeah, 7 defense is a lot, but like the front half is still really impactful. I don't know. Hard to say. I think honestly for me, like Woober, Casting Cost, and Pioneer, I don't know how easy that is. What would they bounce? The token? Okay. So I definitely need to ping that Teferi with my Wrenn and Six. We'll be so happy if they don't have Veil of Summer up. Just discarding the Overgrown Tomb. I'll discard the Invasion of Azgol, although I might want to cast it. Yeah, I might want to cast it after Alara. We'll see. Okay, so kill this first. I would only be able to cast it if I hit my treasure generating battle. Okay, so double cascade. Okay, definitely. Well, I already have one of these in play, so I could attack and flip this potentially. Okay, yeah, I guess we cast this. Put that in hand. We can attack. I like that we can attack this with Grief also. Also just attack them. Does stink that we're not going to get to copy a permanent here. It would be like really, really, really good if we could just copy Grief, but this interaction, I believe, is still bugged. Yeah, so the bug part is you don't get the token copy. We could copy our Invasion of Azgol also. We could copy... We could have got Hexmage, copied Hexmage. Invasion of Alara has 7 defense. The interface is just bad. It does have 7 defense, though. Okay, so click OK. I draw 2 cards. I'm going to blow up the Reflection. I'm going to not put an artifact into play. I'm going to choose just 1 creature. 3 counters on the Grief. I guess we just attack them, huh? Yes, it feels so bad that we don't get to copy this Grief here. Which permanent I copy? It is currently bugged where you don't get to copy a permanent. It's really frustrating in this spot because we're playing for a trophy. I would have copied the Grief easily, I think, but it was not an option available to us. This card's Wrenn, Scalding Tarn. Love to see that that card being cast first. Huge news. I also have 3 damage with double Invasion of Azgol, Wrenn and Six here. I did activate Wrenn. At the start of that turn, I killed my opponent's Teferi. Joe, 4 months, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Is this target opponent? It is target opponent. So if they have exactly Veil of Summer, we don't have lethal. Weird little bug there. Downtick Wrenn or Grief. Well, I don't want to downtick Wrenn before I look at my opponent's hand, because ideally I'm just going to deal 3 damage to them here. Unless they have Veil of Summer. Which they don't have, so we win. Okay. Gloom, 3 months ago, thank you. Next YouTube title, Invasion of Alara broken even with a Nerf. Maybe also 5 color battles. I don't know, it'd be too long. Were they in binding response? Well, their Archon is hard castable. I feel like they'd rather have Archon in their hand. Although, yeah, if they have binding in response, they were alive. Okay, going to game 3, playing for the trophy. Weird game, weird match. Let's go. I would be very excited to win this game. But, you know, even win or lose. I do think we've shown something very cool off this league. And our hand is also, like, insanely good. They don't have Veil. Philippe, 6 months, thank you. Now, this is kind of how playtesting is. Like, this all kind of comes down to, does my opponent have the Veil of Summer? If so, we trophy, probably. If not, we don't trophy, which is like, you know, it is what it is. Their hand's really good though, so obviously not guaranteed here. I don't even know what I'm taking. I feel like I have to take the Creativity. They have like 2 good 3-drops. Like, they have 3 3-drops in the Creativity, so I think I just have to take Creativity. It's close. Definitely not E. E. Expressive Iteration is literally the last card I would take there. I actually think Iteration is terrible in Creativity. Like, the more I see it, like, the more I think the card is just like not a card I'd ever play in the deck. But I think that's like literally the last card I'd take in that spot. I think you have to take Creativity because their hand is 3 3-drops in the Creativity. You definitely have to take the lightning bolt first. Like you wanted to take the iteration, maybe. Oh, you wanted to take it because it gets that third land. Okay, that's at least like a reason, but not enough of a reason. Yeah, that is an argument though that I missed. I still think you don't want to do it though. Yeah, they have 2 draws of the land, so it's just like they're like favored to hit, you know, and then the game just ends. The game is just over, maybe. Let's get a Blood Crypt. It's kind of painful, but that's okay. If my opponent just somehow had no land in the top 5, that's so crazy. Does have a land drop, cannot play Time Raveler. Can play Fable. Hopefully we don't get Thoughtseize bugged, huh? They're already down to 9. Feeling good about my decision to take the creativity at least. Don't think I'm supposed to ping this aggressively. And I don't know if I'm blocking with this Goblin Shaman or not. Probably not. They have land creativity, fuck. So frustrating. That's a heartbreaker. I draw Invasion of Alara. I don't even know if I can win. I didn't draw it though. Oh wait, I still can. Guess the expressive iteration crowd, maybe. I think it was fine. They had to draw like land creativity. It's just like a good first league, a good first start in March of the Machine. But man, that would have been awesome to trophy. That would have been so good to trophy.